Namaste, beautiful souls. Adrian here, and this is a general reading for Capricorn, for twin flame love. For those of you that are not familiar with twin flame love, it is that beautiful sort of connection that we make with another person, where it's just beautiful, it's just perfect, it just flows, it just really shifts together really, really well. Now that all sounds really amazing, but sorry. The twin flame journey itself is about two souls that are incarnated in human form, finding each other and, meeting at that level where your energy is really flowing ultimately beautifully strongly and you build a beautiful life together. But a lot of times throughout life, soulmates will actually meet each other, come into each other's lives, leave each other's sort of lives, because the real sort of, I would say, overall purpose of a twin flame is to help you to live your best experience of life, to be the best version of you. All right. And so it's not always the most beautiful experience. Sometimes when a twin flame comes around, it can be very overwhelming sometimes. It can be very challenging sometimes, very difficult. So doing a reading for you for that Capricorn. It is a general reading, so please take it as it resonates. There may be at some point some drilling at the back, and if there is, I really do apologize. However, today is Friday in Cape Town in South Africa, and tomorrow I've got a very early online spiritual regression hypnosis session, and I make a point of being fully rested prior to a session. So if there is any of that noise, I do apologize. It seems to have quieted down now. Let's see for Capricorn. If it's your first time here, welcome to my channel. And if you're coming back, welcome back. Thank you for all your likes, your comments. Oh, there we go. Beautiful card for you. It says the Royal You, Capricorn. So this is speaking about your truth and your authenticity and who you are. I love this, Capricorn, because I've noticed that for some of you there was a little bit of a period of challenge there for a while, but this card encourages you to really light up and to shine up and not to dim your shine. So if in any way you maybe faced any sort of controversy in life or adversity in life, all those sort of things, and maybe you thought that maybe you thought it might be better for you to sort of just lower your light a little bit, not to shine too bright, not to sort of make other people uncomfortable, that sort of thing, then this card is encouraging you to really shine up that bright and beautiful person that you are. Also remember, Capricorn, that you are an expressive sort of sign. You are an expressive energy, all right? You are all about this sort of inner world that you're experiencing, and actually you are sort of like directly opposite me in the zodiac wheel, because I am a Cancer. So whereas I have all my feelings and I internalize everything quite a lot, you have all your feelings and your thoughts and your reasoning, and for you it's all about portraying it outwards, and that is who you are. Now, not everybody's going to like that, but remember that your number one priority in this world is to take good care of you. And I saw number 333 on the time there now, which is all about your inner strength and your inner power and your inner being. So if you have been dimming your light maybe a little bit there to make others maybe a little bit more comfortable around you, Capricorn, you are encouraged not to do that, because remember, every single action we take, according to Newton's third law, for every action there is also an equal sort of like counter reaction. So there's an equal reaction and a counter reaction. And so when you tone yourself down, when you limit yourself down, the message you actually send into the universe is that that you are placing yourself second, that you are actually second. That's the message we're sending into life. So obviously, I strongly encourage kindness and beauty and love and consideration and all those things, most definitely, beyond the shadow of a doubt. But I think that sometimes what we do is we actually place ourselves second to do the right thing and the good thing. And if you are open to making a twin flame connection, that action is going to be what is going to be the barrier, and it's what's going to keep you from that. Because of the twin flame connection, it's a pure connection. Because remember that you, oh, my nose is itching, which means this message is hitting home for somebody. But you know, remember that you as a human being, you are an expression of universal possibility. You're an expression of love. You're an expression of source. You are, when you really think about it, because we are miracles, but we sort of forgot that about ourselves, you know. And a lot of times, obviously, everybody wants to have love. Everybody wants to have that beautiful experience of love. But a lot of times, our world get a bit twisted because, you know, we want to know, are they coming back? Are they going to be with me? Are they going to leave? And we get very nervous about that. But let me tell you this today, if you didn't know this. When you focus on your energy, you know, if you're a cross watcher, that's perfectly fine. You know, that's perfectly fine, because maybe you want to get to know somebody better. But when you focus solely on your energy, you know, if you want to look at extra readings, there is a link in the description that says free natal chart. Look at the placements of your moon. That's your emotions. Because as human beings, we operate from our emotions. And whether you are you know, like an earth sign or like a air sign, maybe that's more sort of like you know, that's more sort of like in the mind, we still come from emotions. We just interpret it in different ways. So that's, you know, that's it. And when you honor the allness of who you are, when you really think that you are a manifestation. You are literally a manifestation of the dream that the creator, source, God, you choose your name for that which can't be named. I call it source of all, which can't be named. You are source of all basically manifested you into creation. You were on, if you want to think of it, you were on the universe's vision board, you know, and that by itself makes you a miracle expression. And this is what you are being encouraged to open yourself to with this royal you, Capricorn, because when you do, that's when you light up, that's when you shine up, and that's when you naturally attract that counterpartner that you want to be with. Okay, and that really goes for anything in life: money, health, wealth, career, anything really. Oh, ha, ha, look at this. I love this. I love this. I love this. Some of you all may be pregnant, or there might be some sort of pregnancy involved here. Oh my goodness, this is just too amazing to be true. I'm so excited. Oh my goodness. This is one incredible reading. I love this, Capricorn. So the overall energy that we have for you is the Magician. So for some of you, you know, not necessarily all of you, but for a lot of you, this is a space where you maybe not with someone at the moment, or you sort of with someone, but it's almost like you realize that you want to have something more. You want to have that more expanded version of yourself, you know, the possibility of yourself, which we all know it's possible. And it's letting you know that you're in the space of creating this. Again, there's creation taking place here. Maybe some of you all are pregnant. Maybe there's like maybe you got like a new puppy. Maybe you got into plants, or if you're like me, you got like fish tanks or whatever. But there's a space here letting you know that you can create absolutely anything in love right now. Now, I'm going to show you why I got so excited, because this is brilliantly beautiful, Capricorn. So in the recent past, you have got the Fool, and then this card with this lady sitting is the King of Swords, and you also have this one standing is the Queen of Pentacles. So Fool, King of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. That's in the recent past. I like that. I like that very much. Some of you decided up until this point and no further. You drew that line. In the current space, you have got the Nine of Cups, the Emperor, and the Queen of Wands. So for some of you, there's some really difficult decisions that you need to make. Again, I feel there might be someone else involved. You know, if you're not pregnant, or, you know, or sort of like with you and your partner, maybe somebody who's got an impact on your life is pregnant, you know, like a close family member, a friend, a colleague, that sort of thing. But somehow that's all part of the divine plan here. Coming towards you, you've got the Judgment card, that one over there, and then this deck has got two Fool cards. So you got the second Fool as well. So in the recent past, you got the Fool, and also in the energy coming towards you, you got the Fool. Beautiful new beginnings, and the Three of Swords here, speaking of healing. So that's why you're having these new beginnings, because there's all the healing that took place. So before we clarify, let's just first look at this together, Capricorn. So this is a space that first of all lets you know, this is actually a wonderful space, very 0 point energy space. And for those of you that might not know what 0 point energy is, think of the universe as a living organism and a living being, like a human being, Now, obviously in human living, some days are wonderful and some days are a little bit more challenging. When you are born as a baby, when you take your first breath of air, you connect with that energy of the universe, that overall energy, that overall body. And you kind of connect with whatever mood the universe, so to speak, is at that particular point in time. That basically becomes your natal chart. We look at numerology, that's what it's all about. So this is a space that lets you know that I feel for some of you there might have been really, really, really big challenges that you needed to face here, Capricorn. And this lets you know, I feel for many of you, but also this is a reminder that if you don't like your experience of life, if you don't like your experience that you have with romance, any of those things, you can change it. You can change it. You've got what it takes. You are born with the potential. All right. It's not even I think a lot of times when it comes to law of attraction, we feel that we want to draw things to us. But technically speaking, everything's already there. Everything is possibility. We are part of everything. Everything is part of us. It's when we change within ourselves, when we activate those genes and those cells and that possibility and the DNA activation and all those things, light language encoding inside of us, that's when your energy starts to light up differently. And that is when you become the magnet for what it is that you want to attract. So if you're not happy at the moment the way love is going in your life and anything else is going in your life, know that what you have at the moment, know that you are in a position right now energetically where you can shape, create, manifest, law of attraction, whatever you want to have. Whatever you want to have. And a lot of times when I say this to people, they don't really like the fact that I say it, but love is one of the easiest things to attract in this world. And the reason why love is one of the easiest things to attract, I'm talking about real love, true love, is because we are an expression of love. And as you work, remember I was saying in the beginning of the reading that as you focus on your energy, and don't worry too much about the other energies, okay? Focus on your energy. As you get that balance within yourself and even start to work towards that, what you're doing is you are honoring the being of who you are. You are sort of merging back into your natural sense of being. And when you do, you light up differently and you attract wonderful things to you. So in your recent past there with the Fool, there was a new beginning and there was a realization here, I need to think things better. It's almost like for some of you, take this as it resonates, but it's like you grew up very quickly. Something happened, you grew up very quickly, and it's almost like you realized that you had to change your priorities. So I feel that you started to really look at your priorities differently over there. And what I do also sense, even though this is a reading for love, what I do sense is that a lot of you, there is that space, Capricorn, where it's almost like you realize that maybe you have to kind of focus, commit to walking this path alone. And it's almost like you started to recalibrate in a sense your life, your priorities, your focus, so to speak, but what I do sense though is that it's interesting because it's, even though in a sense for many of you Capricorn, even though in a sense it's almost like you pulled out of the whole love thing, maybe didn't sort of make it so center stage, the actions that you are taking is actually actions that come from a point of love, almost that higher sense of love, which is what twin flame energy is. So in your current space there with the Nine of Cups, this is the energy that lets you know that love could be closer than you actually realize, that perfect connection, that perfect person that you want to be with, the perfect person for you, the perfect connection for you. It's letting you know that just because you needed to shift things around a little bit doesn't mean that you're not going to find what you're looking for. In actual fact, by shifting things around a little bit in the recent past, sort of like shifting your view of things, you actually place yourself in a stronger position to get what you want to have, not a weaker position. Okay? Remember, just because you don't see a way out doesn't mean there isn't a way, because here with the Emperor right in the middle of your reading, people are paying attention to you. They're noticing you because there's a beautiful sense of balance there in your life, and I feel it happened quickly and it happened beautifully. And or you might also meet someone that comes in and gives you that almost unprecedented sort of support that you didn't expect. But either way, there is a sense here in your current space of hope. So you're definitely open to hope at the moment. You can hope. There's a sense of inner strength. There's a sense of direction. There's a sense of you deciding where your life's going to go, how it's going to go, making the decisions that you can, which is brilliant, by the way. Because I always say to people that there's one of two things that happen. Either you're going to run the energy or you're going to run your mind, or the energy or your mind is going to run you. And if there's a gray area, then it means it's running you. And it's not really pleasant, you know, when you're being run. But when you can take that conscious sort of responsibility for your life, which I see that some of you have in the recent past, this is why it brings about this current space where you can really speak to the universe and put your hopes out there. Now, coming towards you, and the one thing that I do get though, Capricorn, it does seem like some of you are trying to maybe justify somebody being in your life or justify somebody staying in your life. But I also feel that, okay, so this is what may have happened, sorry. So this is what may have happened. So there may have been a little bit of a period of separation, either physical separation or like, you know, when you feel that sort of like emotional distance between us and somebody taking place. So there could have been some of that. Maybe you just felt the energy changing, the connection changing. But where you are at the space in the moment, I feel that it's almost like you've got a bigger sort of hope for yourself and you are being encouraged to dream bigger for yourself here. What is it that you really want to have in a partner, you know? Don't settle. Sort of set your sights higher. What is it that you want to feel? How is it that you want to feel it? How is it that you want to experience a connection with somebody? Because what you put out, remember this is where we are at the moment. You're standing very much in your strength in your current space with the Emperor. But here with the Queen of Wands and with that Magician, your overall energy, what you are putting out into life right now is really, really coming back to you. So if you are putting out thoughts for love and how you'd like it to be, I encourage you to think of everything, in the best way that you can. What do you want it to be like when you wake up next to this person in the morning, when you go to sleep, when you consider them, when you make lunch, when you go to the store, when you, whatever, when you go to the loo? Because remember, this is a connection that we're speaking about here, where you can create a very lasting connection here for yourself. So you want to be very clear who and what it is that you want to have. I do sense going forward, it's almost like for some of you, you might be justifying staying with someone. There's a person that I was speaking out earlier on that there might have been a bit of a sense of separation. It's almost like somebody's coming back and they might be telling you very pretty stuff. And I don't know, it's almost like you have that sense of in your mind saying you're not going to fall for this, but then you might be busy falling for this. Okay. But there's a sense of letting someone go here going forward. And that brings about the new beginning there with the Fool, because I feel that here, and also with the Three of Swords there through the heart, I feel that for some of you, there's a lot of pain, there's a lot of heartache. Somebody didn't really sort of live up to the promise for you. And I feel that because your overall opinion of yourself has changed, that's why, you know, all of this is changing. I just want to show you this quickly before I clarify. So I lift up the deck to clarify, which is the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot deck. And look at what card fell out again, the Judgment card. I just lifted the deck and that one stayed behind on the table. But let's clarify this for you, Capricorn. Okay, I need to make some space here. Didn't think about that. The weather's definitely becoming so much warmer in Cape Town. We've had such a cold winter, but today's a really hot day. That's why I'm all, you know, all breathing here. Let's see. So we're going to clarify that Magician for you. This is a space of all possibility. Everything is really possible right now. And this is such a wonderful thing to have. But also remember that when you're in a space where everything is possible, forget the planets and all those things for a moment. When you get in a space, Capricorn, where everything is possible, it is because your energetic vibration is at the level where everything is possible. All right? It's even with divine timing and divine intervention and all those type of things, you know. Angels, guides, guardians, source coming through to help. The universe can only assist to the level that we allow it. All right? And because you're in alignment with everything, that is why the space is possible for you now. You could be dealing with an Aries here, possibly. Doesn't have to be. So, Five of Swords, Page of Wands, and Six of Pentacles. Change of mindset happening over here. Yeah, this is a space where for many of you, you'll be like, you know what? I'm not going to play that game again. This is you being open to a new connection. There might have been some physical, some verbal abuse here, even like some neglect, maybe promises not being kept, all that sort of thing. And I feel that you're getting a different mindset around here. So maybe for some of you, Capricorn, you could have been in a connection where maybe you were defending somebody else's vibes, the things that they do. But I sense you're not really doing that anymore. You're like, I'm not going to do this anymore. You know, if you're going to mess things up, you can mess them up, but I'm not going to play that game with you. Well, good. Well, good, you know. Let's see. Let's look at the recent past. I want to look at that. So we've got that Fool over there, which is that new beginning. Now, I actually want to look at that King of Swords. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. I'm going to show you. So remember, this lady, this is the recent past. We're clarifying the King of Swords, remember? Look at what is the first card that came out. The King of Swords. All right? And then the Eight of Swords and the King of Cups. So there was a realization there in the recent past that things have to change. I do feel that for some of you, again, I keep on getting this pregnant feeling. So maybe someone is pregnant, maybe it's a challenging situation, maybe you're not married to this person. And it's almost like you're expected to do the traditional thing. There might be some unspoken sort of expectations. Maybe you're not sure how you're going to cope. There could be that sort of difficulties. But I also feel, and this is what I love, this is what I love. There is that sense over here of no matter what happens, you're not going to settle. You're not going to sort of, you know, just be with someone even if they don't offer you everything that you are worthy of. That is incredible. That is really amazing. I love that very much. So, let's look at your current space. Let's look at that. Oh, okay. I was going to say let's look at that Nine of Cups, and then the card just went flying. So, there's the Four of Wands, there's the Eight of Pentacles, and the Ten of Swords. This is a space of getting over someone and being open to being with someone new. You might have possibly met this person already. You could be here with someone that, if you are pregnant or, you know, that's somehow in your life, that you might be dealing with someone who is willing to take on the responsibility, you know, who, obviously this is not a gender specific reading as well. You know, it doesn't have to just mean that you are a lady, but this is a space here where maybe somebody who's not your baby daddy is actually willing to become your baby daddy and is willing to do so with immense pride. You know, not to sort of hold it over your head, almost like a look at what I'm doing for you sort of thing. But this is a sense of someone that actually wants to be there for you, that wants to build something brand new with you. This is a person that wants to live life with you, that wants to have a beautiful connection with you, that wants to have that high level commitment with you. This isn't somebody that just wants to have a flash in the pan, you know. Slap bam, thank you ma'am. This is not it, okay? This is a person that's willing to go the distance. And what is wonderful, this is someone that is willing in that space of like, you know what, if you're not ready right now, if you need some time, if you need some space, I will give it to you. This is a person that's willing to wait. All right, that understands that if they want to be with you for the rest of your life, then it might mean that they have to, you know, maybe just take a little bit of time. This is somebody that understands that if you say you want to be with someone forever, then, you know, it could also be you. But, you know, then it only makes sense that maybe there's some delays, but what is a couple of weeks or a couple of months versus the rest of your life? And somehow they are making you, you know, helping you to release maybe some pain that you might be holding on to in the past still, or like a connection still. They're helping you to release a lot of the things that might be, you know, not serving you in the best possible way. Let's look at the energy coming towards you. This is going to be interesting. So we're looking at the Judgment energy, which already presented itself twice before even clarifying. Okay, I thought that was going to come out, but evidently not. Three of Wands, Nine of Cups, and Six of Cups. So yeah, this is the one. This is the person. This is the connection that you're making there in your current space, or might have recently made, could be about to make, but you're sort of like in the now space. There's a little bit overlap of things happening in energy and physically, you know, manifesting in our lives. But again, remember this going forward. And even if you release someone that sort of want to show off, you know, I'm in your life, you should, you know, give me a little gold star on my forehead for that. Remember this. this person, this other person that we're talking about, this person wants to make your dreams come true. They want you to be happy. Even if your dreams are a little bit wacky and weird, they want you to be happy, and that helps you to release the past there. That helps you to release that person over there. All right, that previous connection. Because for some of you, it almost feels like you were in a space previously with someone that didn't honor your highest good, and but it's almost it's a little bit like, it could be a little bit like manipulation. Maybe they just activated some patterning within you, but there is that sense of settling, even over compromising. Okay, in that recent past. But let's see. So we're looking at the Fool. They say forecast. So I'll grab another one. So we're looking at the second Fool energy that's presenting itself, and this is in the spaces coming towards you. So you've got the Hierophant and the Moon, and then you also have the 10 of Wands and the 9 of Wands. All right. So first of all, with this Hierophant and the Moon, this is letting you know that you can open your heart to new feelings, to new emotions, to a new connection. So some of you might be, that obviously happens when we are human. You get sort of burned by someone, you become sort of, overly cautious, you become more cautious. And this space is letting you know, Capricorn, that you can actually open your heart. It's safe for you to open your heart to a new connection with someone. And there is a letting go, and there's a healing that's taking place here for you going forward. So this person doesn't only bring light into your life, it could also be a fellow Capricorn, because it's like they get you really, really well. It's almost like, let's be a little bit extra. Could be a Leo energy as well. Even Aries, but there's a very expressive sort of energy here. Could also obviously be the placement in this person's chart. It doesn't just have to be the sign. But this is really, really good. This is really great. This person is like, let's be that little bit extra, and they want you to, I feel that for some of you, it's almost like you had to almost like tiptoe around your own personality previously. Whereas this person's like, no, boo, you express yourself. You be your crazy you. So let's look at the 3 of Swords there in the recent past. You've got the 7 of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, and again, for the 3rd time, the Judgment card. And remember earlier in the reading, we had like on 333 as well, that power of your energy and your strength. This is a new start. This is a new beginning. This is somebody that might meet you at a very low point in your life. And for many of you, you might be at a little bit of a low, confusing point in your life. But this is letting you know that everything is sort of like divinely laid out. So don't be too worried about the details, because the details are already predestined. This is something that the two of you agree to in the soul plane before incarnating in life. So in the Akashic records, basically, you just have to follow your gut and your intuition. That is the one big thing that I'm getting for you, that some of you might be challenged with at the moment, Capricorn, following your intuition. Okay, but it's letting you know that you can, because there's a good plan unfolding here for you. All right. Let's see what we've got for you for the Keepers of the Light to end of your reading. And if it resonates with you, place your hand on your heart and take in a nice deep breath and claim that for yourself so beautifully. All right. Also, if it resonates with you, I'd really appreciate you liking the video. Remember to subscribe, hit that notification bell. Thank you for all of you that are making beautiful donations. I really, really appreciate that. Let's see what we have for you. White Eagle, Ancestor Spirit. You see, divinely connected. This is the prayers, the good hope that your ancestors had for you many, many generations into the future. This is you getting those. Connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. You see, healing that family wound, healing that pattern that might have caused, some ructions in your life. This is you moving past that, which is actually amazing. Can be a little bit challenging sometimes when we do that, but you're doing the work, and I can see you moving forward, and I want to send you all love and light from my heart. Okay, hope that helps, Capricorn. That's what I got for you. I'll see you next time. Namaste, love and light.